and the dream of our Prime Minister to make Indian economy of $5 trillion, Atmanirbhar Bharat. And the dream is also to make India as Vishwa Guru. For that reason, it is important for India to reduce our import and increase our export. For regarding increasing our export, the role of sugar industry is very important. As a transport minister, all automobile industry is related with my ministry. And today when I taken charge as a minister, the size of the industry was 7 lakh crore. Just 4 months before, we surpassed Japan and our number is third now in the world. The number 1 is USA. The size of the industry is 78 lakh crore. Number 2 is China. It is 47 lakh crore. And number 3, India. The automobile industry size is 22 lakh crore. But now our dream is to make Indian industry, automobile industry, within 5 years, number 1 in the world. And the basic reason is, now there is a lot of transformation in Indian automobile industry. Our industry is not only depending upon the fossil fuel automobile engines, but they are in the process of making engines on flex engines, and also there is a lot of people doing research and development work in the field of hydrogen, then methanol, ethanol, electric, and different type of technology now the development is going on. I am confident presently the Indian domestic market is also every time it is increased. Now in the two-wheeler industry, the Bajaj, TVS, Hero and Honda, they are 50% of their production is export. So my suggestion is to all of you that the flex engine, ethanol based engine, and the industry is going to develop in India. And as a transport minister, I am very much happy that the Bajaj, TVS, Hero and Honda already launched their two-wheelers on ethanol and also on CNG. And actually the Tata, Suzuki, then Toyota, Mahindra and Hyundai, the 5 companies are now going to launch their flex engine fuel car into the market. So I am confident that there are 2 markets which are available for ethanol. One is adding 20% ethanol into the petrol. And now also there is one recommendation from the ARI where even we can add more than 7.5% of the ethanol into diesel. Also some of the people are claiming that even we can add up to 15%. And if it is to be demand adding 7.5% in diesel, then again whatever the requirement of ethanol, it will be double or triple. So my suggestion is, we have to, as a ISMA, we have to make the follow-up by taking this report and coming to the Petroleum Ministry and making demand for adding of ethanol into diesel also. For this year, I feel that we may cross the limit that 20% of the ethanol blend program will be completed because the ethanol will be available. Now the sugar industry's economics is depending upon the byproducts. Regarding the sugar, I know that what type of problem you are facing, and in the international market there are good rates for the sugar, but there is no permission for export. So I feel that we have to protect the interest of the consumer at the same time of the farmer, and we have to take the preventive measures about the economic viability of the industry also. So the proper way regarding the sugar stock is concerned, definitely I am confident that you will represent your case to the Food and Civil Supply Ministry and a committee where the Home Minister is the chairman, Petroleum Minister, Commerce Minister, Food and Civil Supply Minister, and I am also the member of that committee. My suggestion is you can present your case to the committee and committee members, and 100% we will think on it. Regarding the byproducts, is ethanol is one thing, but now we are making ethanol from sugarcane juice. Is very important, because from converting sugarcane juice to ethanol we will get we can supply it and we can get the money. But regarding sugar, we have to make the stock for a year. So the interest cost is going to increase, and at the same time it is also to get the money delay, it is a big problem. We have to give the money to the farmer immediately. So my suggestion is sugarcane juice to ethanol, and 7% also B heavy molasses which we are getting from it, that can be also a second option. Third is C molasses, that is 4%. But giving priority to ethanol comparison with the sugar, it will be more appropriate. Now the problem is that in the sugar industry, the third product, that it is actually the environment point of view, there is a big problem regarding spent wash. And now the technology is available and a lot of industry has already started. They are making potash from that spent wash, and now we are already in the short of potash. We have a lot of imports. So by making potash from that as a byproduct, that can be also a good option. The other important thing is from biomass, bagasse, we are making power. But what my feeling is, whether to making power or from bagasse we can get Bio-CNG, which is the economically viable, it is to be appropriate time that you have to find out the way out for that. Four important things everywhere, that is the proven technology, economic viability, availability of raw material, and marketability of the finished product. My suggestion is going for Bio-CNG will be a good option. At the same time, we can open our pumps on CNG and 100% ethanol. Already I am in the process, I have a meeting with the petroleum minister. Now the Indian Oil has already started 400 ethanol pumps into Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. So from ISMA, if you can go to petroleum ministry and minister and demanding about giving permission for the ethanol pump and CNG pump, then that can be a good option. Otherwise, there are private companies are also there. By using their license, you can start the ethanol pump and the CNG pump. Because in our sugar factory, we have got the permission from the petroleum ministry and the license for that. And my son is doing, he has got 26 LPG pump, then 30 petrol diesel pumps, and now he is in the process to start asking permission for ethanol pump and Bio-CNG pump. An electric charging station will be there. That can be a economically viable option, and in the factory first you can open that. I feel that that can be a good source where you can sell your ethanol directly from that, you will get money back there. At the same time, the CNG, the byproduct, which we are making from bagasse, and we can use other biomass also, that CNG we can use for tractor and for car, truck, buses, where it is a cost effective. I can give the example that 4 months before I got about to launch the CNG motorcycle of Bajaj. And Rajiv Bajaj was telling me that expenditure cost for 1 kilometer of petrol motorcycle is 2 rupees 25 paisa per kilometer, and for CNG it is coming to 1 rupees. So the economics point of view, my suggestion is by using CNG for tractor, car, buses and truck can be a good option, and where you can sell your own CNG, there is a good profit, and I feel that this can be a good option. In the bagasse also, we can use other biomass like rice straw, where 5 ton of rice straw is giving 1 ton of Bio-CNG, and 12 ton of cotton straw is giving 1 ton of Bio-CNG, and 15 ton of Napier grass is given 1 ton of Bio-CNG. So my suggestion is having CNG plant, that is to be a good option, and by conversion of tractor, trucks and cars and scooters in the factory of CNG or ethanol, it can be a good option. After starting this gas station, you can also think about making 2, 3, 4 stations in your area. That can be a good source. Now because of the flex engine, the Tata, Mahindra, Suzuki, Toyota and Hyundai, 5 companies are launching their vehicles. Toyota has investing 20,000 crore in Maharashtra in Aurangabad for making flex engines now. So my suggestion is going for 100% ethanol as a fuel. That can be a good source. The other important thing is now government is giving permission to make ethanol from corn, broken rice. Even in bamboo, in Numaligarh in Assam, we are making ethanol from bamboo. And we are also using food grain. So today my suggestion is that many of the area where the corn is available, it is also economically attracted. But because of using corn for ethanol, the corn rate is increased up to 2400 rupees per quintal. But I feel that next year the rate will be stabilized and you will get the corn with the 1800 rupees per quintal, and by which making ethanol from the corn is also available, and already lot of people are doing that. So the rice, broken rice, corn, and from that making ethanol is also economically viable. Here you can also ask the government. I will try to convince the people, but it is not in my hand, that regarding you can request them to export of ethanol. Even in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, in many countries, where now they are thinking adding ethanol into the petrol, that is to be cost effective, be economically viable, and today we will got the opportunity to send ethanol to the Bangladesh and Bhutan and Nepal and Sri Lanka. That can be also a good market where we can ask government for that permission. We will try for that, and we will also ask this permission to the Commerce Ministry, and where we can increase the production of ethanol. The other important thing is the two-wheelers which are and tractors which are related with the industry. In the agriculture, we are presently now as a transport minister, we have taken a decision for issuing the notification for emission norms, Euro 6 emission norms. The tractor manufacturers approach me. I tell them I will only give the limit on the condition, time limit on the condition that you have to start the manufacturing of electric tractor, flex engine tractor, tractor on methanol or tractor on hydrogen. So they promised me, out of some of the companies now in the process of already they have electric tractor they want to launch, and Mahindra and already many of the companies they are already launched their CNG tractor. So my suggestion is in the truck, buses, scooter, cars and tractor, if the ethanol is a fuel, that can be a big market to us. Also in the Panipat, where Indian Oil is making 1 lakh liter of ethanol per day and 150 ton of bio-bitumen per day. At the same time, 88,000 ton per year bio-aviation fuel, sustainable fuel. To get sustainable fuel from the ethanol is also a good option, but for that reason the capital cost is very high. So in the aviation industry, at any cost, the cost is going to compare with the petroleum aviation fuel. So we have to find out the technology by which we can give the less price and we will get the new market for bio-aviation fuel. Lot of people are working on that. And the third important thing where I request all of you, that you should make some research and work on it. The Central Research Road Organization has working on the scheme making bio-bitumen from bagasse, rice straw, wheat straw and any type of biomass, and that is to be a good option. As a road minister, I will tell you, presently we have the requirement of 90 lakh ton of bitumen, out of which 45 to 50 lakh ton capacity is with the Indian refinery, and now 40 to 50 lakh ton of bitumen we have import. So after making Bio-CNG from parali or rice straw, that is rice straw or parali, and from cotton straw and bagasse, the byproduct is lignin. And just Sunday I am going to see the road which Central Research Road Organization CRI already constructed in Mansar. It is 25 kilometers from Nagpur, and now they have already given me the proposal, and every CNG gas project we are getting this lignin. So we can add 35% of lignin into bitumen, and we will get the rate of 30 to 35 rupees per kg. That is can also a good economics, and where that lignin if they can add into the bitumen. What my suggestion I am doing on the line that I already called the meeting of oil companies, refineries, and telling them you prepare the bitumen of standard, well we will purchase that, adding 7% plastic, waste plastic, 15% rubber powder, even 35% lignin which can be available, and also we can make bio-bitumen, and by which already there is a technology is available with the Central Research Road Organization. So on the basis of that, we don't need to make import for the bitumen, and also there is a huge potential for our industry, whereby all this activity with the side product, byproduct, we can get the economic viability with a reasonably good rates. So my suggestion is taking this, or considering all these options are very important. The other important thing is the challenge with us that in the sugar cane, how we increase the productivity. The organic carbon is a crucial issue. In my own farm, we have got in 10 acres sugar cane, 88 ton per acre. So it comes to 880 quintal. So we have used one of the chemical, we have taken it from Russia, and by which we are using that our organic carbon is increased. And then other important thing is we use drone for spraying, and taking urea and mixture mixed fertilizer. In place of that, we have used nano urea and nano mixed fertilizer, by which we save the cost of 5 to 6,000 rupees per acre, and our product is increased. When we are using the fertilizer, throwing to the farm, 75% is wastage and 25% is going to the plant. But by using drone, the 75% is going to the plant and 25% is the only wastage. So my suggestion is how we will increase the productivity of sugarcane is very important. At the same time, we need to have particularly the sugar percentage high into the sugarcane, where we need to the seed of the sugarcane which we are using, where exactly we have to make the more research by which we have to increase the sugar percentage in sugarcane. My suggestion is also in India, the lot of people are working that sweet sorghum, getting direct ethanol from that, where we can increase we are using sugar factory only for 6 months. We can also increase this period for 3 months for sweet sorghum and making ethanol from that. Regarding lot of new initiative and successful practices available in the world, we have to find out different type of options. The invention and research in the technology is very important. The most important thing also for the sugar industry is we have to help to the to the farmer, that how we can reduce the cost, expenditure cost per acre. By using electric tractor, CNG tractor, we can reduce the cost. By using the drone spraying, by nano urea and nano mix fertilizer, we can reduce the cost. It will increase the profitability and which will attract farmer more for sugarcane. So from considering the problems and strength and weaknesses of the all stakeholders, we have to formulate the policy and by which we have to make our industry economically viable. I'm really happy that ISMA is doing excellent job, but I request them that from all your futuristic policies where you need cooperation from the government, you have to pursue the issues. Without that, nothing is going to happen. And that is the reason that with the Petroleum Ministry, with the Food and Civil Supply Ministry, Commerce Ministry, I will try to help you in all these things to meet with the ministers. And this is the industry which is the most important industry for the agriculture, because in our GDP growth, only 14% contributes from the agriculture, rural and allied industries, but now 22% from manufacturing sector and 52 to 54% from the service sector. And the population belong to agriculture is 60%. So without developing agriculture, we cannot make Atmanirbhar Bharat. We need to create more jobs, more capital investment in the agriculture sector. And that is important for all of us, that if the sugar industry, if we can plan in a proper way, particularly for biofuel, alternative fuel, I am confident that by which we can increase the growth rate in agriculture by 6%, which is very important for India. Again, the next thing is the futuristic plan for development for sugar industry is making hydrogen. There are 4 types of hydrogen. Making hydrogen from petroleum is the brown hydrogen. Hydrogen from coal is black hydrogen. And hydrogen is from biomass, and water is the green hydrogen. But by electrolyzer process from making hydrogen from water, which is available in the sugar industry, that is not economically viable, because 1 kg of hydrogen we need 50 units of electricity, that cost coming to 150 rupees. So the cost of the hydrogen will be 300 rupees per kg. But by other technology and the process, now a lot of people are doing excellent job, by which it can be possible that we will get the hydrogen rate of $1 per kg. आज हम ऊर्जा को आयात करने वाले देश है, हम ऊर्जा को निर्यात करने वाला देश बन सकते हैं. And there is a huge potential as far as the hydrogen is concerned. I will request you to particularly the ISMA for making more research that how we can use our present infrastructure of sugar industry, ethanol industry, where we can go for green hydrogen. And I feel that the futuristic vision and futuristic technology for the futuristic development is very important. Our ISMA people are competent people. They know the research and the future technology. And they have to plan and formulate the policy for the future, that how we can make it more economically viable for the sugar industry. I know that making sugar is not an attractive job. But at the same time, because of ethanol, because of CNG, because of hydrogen, because of lot of products, byproducts, we can increase the productivity and profitability in the industry. And for that reason, my request to all of you, that whatever the new development, new vision, new successful practices, which are going already in the world, particularly in the Brazil and other countries, on the basis of that, we have to find out some good option for that. Regarding the export of the sugar, regarding the minimum price about the sugar, these are important and crucial issues. ISMA, I know that they are going to represent their case to the concerning ministers. I am also there. I will try my level best to help you for that, because this is to be very important for the country and for the farmers, that we have to find out some way out for that. I am really happy that ISMA is giving me the opportunity to interact with you. I am not physically present there. I am very sorry for that. But regarding the development of sugar industry, biofuel, alternative fuel, this is the passion for me. This is the mission for me. And fortunately, I am also the transport minister. So by both way, creating cooperation, coordination and communication between the stakeholder is very important, and that is my responsibility to have formulate the policy by which creating cooperation, coordination and communication between the stakeholders. That is my responsibility. I will try to do that. I am really happy about it. I am giving my special thanks to all stakeholders of ISMA, and I will help you in your all problems, that I am assuring you. And once again, giving my thanks to all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for that futuristic and insightful way forward, and also the words of wisdom that...
And on behalf of ISMA, to thank our chief guest for the afternoon. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.